You've started looking forward to them. You did it before.
Just today.
Today I'm starting. I haven't, I'm not actually looking forward to them, but I'm starting to. I'm getting there.
What did I miss? What did I miss?
She said I'm starting to look forward to Fridays. She's not actually looking forward to them yet, but she's starting. She's getting there. We're warming up.
Oh, yeah.
Good morning, Maggie. I do that every morning. Oh, yeah, I know. Oh, too early?
3 a.m.
Yeah, no, not that early. Just before 4 usually. Good morning, guys. Coach Nikki from Citrus Heights. You guys need a medium kettlebell or a handbag for extra weight, and then medium to heavy dumbbells for rows. So we are going to start in a plank, stacking those shoulders right over your wrist, taking those legs back, and then we're going to shift it up to down dog. So I want you to use your belly to lift those hips up to the sky, reach your heels down, then shift it back into that plank. Shoulders stack, butt squeezes, belly pulls in. Lift your core to lift your hips. So don't just press through your hands, but use your tummy as you shift into that down dog. Going back and forth, plank, into down dog. Nice big breath out as you lift those hips. Good, no rush as we warm up through those shoulders, through those tummies, through those hips. Watch that your belly doesn't sink down as you come back into that plank. Squeeze it up nice and tight. Good, lifting those hips, push those heels down before you shift it back forward into that plank. Just a couple more of these plank into your down dog. Good, make sure you're not just pushing through your hands. Lift that belly up to the sky. Good, one more, then let's lay on our backs. And go into some crunches. So fingertips behind your ears, feet planted on the ground, chin a couple inches off your chest, and lift that chest up to the sky. Good, so make sure you're not pulling on your head with your hands. Your hands are just there to support your head. Your chin isn't too high up to the sky, putting strain on that jaw muscle. So just a couple inches off your chest, like you're holding an orange between your chin and your chest. Every time you lift your chest up, you press your belly button down with a nice big breath out. And getting those shoulder blades up as high as you can. And let's roll it into some sit-ups. If you're ready, coming all the way up and all the way down. Good, sit-ups, you can use those arms to propel you up with that little extra momentum. The closer your hands are to your heart, keeping those hands across your chest, the harder it's gonna be, the more weight you have to lift. Press those feet all the way to the floor, using those abs to lift you up. Good, nice big exhale all the way up. 2 more crunches, then we're gonna stay on the floor. Press those feet into the ground, press those hands to the ground, shoulder blades into the floor. Tuck your tailbone, pull your belly button in into bridges, lift and lower. Good, flat feet onto the ground. Shoulder blades press into the floor so you're not lifting on the top of your shoulders. Keeping that belly pulled in so it's not pushing up to the sky. You're lifting your hips up to the sky. Keeping those glutes nice and tight so your tailbone's reaching towards the ceiling the whole time. So as you lower, your butt's not reaching towards the floor and arching your back, but you're keeping those glutes engaged and you're rounding down to the floor. So think of your spine rolling to the floor so those butt cheeks can stay working the whole time. Good, nice big exhale all the way up, all the way down. Butt just barely kisses the floor. Good. Lift those toes up, press through your heels. And switch it. Lift your heels up, press through your toes. Good. Make sure you're not towards your pinky toes, but your big toes. Couple more bridges. 3, 2, 1. Let's flip it over. You can prop yourself up if you like. We're doing push-ups. So if you have a wall or a box or a couch, good, nice straight body. Find that plank on your knees or on your toes. Belly stays in, but cheeks squeezing tight as you bend those elbows. So the whole time you're doing push-ups, I want you to think of a plank all the way down. So don't let those shoulder blades start squeezing together. Don't let that belly reach towards the floor. Keep it up towards the sky. And watch that your butt doesn't rise up to the sky. Keep it tucked in the whole time. So you're in a straight line as you lower down, bending those elbows, and exhale, pressing up. Elbows are about 45 degrees away from your body, so make sure they're not pointing out towards the side walls. Fingertips pointing forward. Good, nice big breath out. Good, maybe try a couple at your hardest level, taking it to your toes. Maybe you're doing halfsies. Good, one part on your knees, one part on your toes, all parts on your toes, all parts on your knees. Maybe you're taking it down to the floor. 2 more, just 2 more. Use that breath, exhale up. Once you're done with your 2, let's lay it all the way on our belly. I'm laying on the floor a lot for warm-up today. This is nice, huh? Okay, elbows bend 90 degrees. We're gonna do some arch-ups, looking straight at the floor. Squeeze those butt cheeks, lift that chest up and lower it back down. Lift it up, lower it down. Lift and lower. Gazing straight at the ground so you're not kinking the back of your neck. Watch that you're not throwing yourself up. Throwing up is never fun. Nice squeeze up, squeeze those glutes, squeeze those lower backs, squeeze those shoulder blades, lift your chest up to lift those legs up, trying to get your thighs and your chest off the floor as high as you can before you control it back down. Good, I want you to hold your arch up, reach your arms forward, then squeeze the bottom of your shoulder blades together. Reach it forward, squeeze those elbows towards each other. Holding that arch up, reach and squeeze. Good, if you want to rest your legs down, you can, and just hold that upper body up. Finding that reach forward and pull, still looking towards the ground. Good, 2 more of those. Reach it forward, pull it back, and then coming up to standing. All right, as we come up to standing, we're gonna go into squats, toes pointed forward, feet underneath your shoulders, weights back in your heels and rising up. Good, you should be able to wiggle your toes. I want you to press your feet into the floor and spread the floor. So you're not letting your knees wobble in. As you press into the floor, try to rip the floor apart. It'll protect those knees. Sinking that butt to the floor, then rising up tall, feeling that little squeeze through your butt, but lifting up. So you're not just thrusting your hips forward. Squat it down, lift it up. Good, let's add a little bit of speed. Tucking those cheeks under at the top, pulling that belly button in, getting that speed with those squats. Good, keep spreading the floor even as you start going faster. 3, 2, 1, let's do burpees. If you would like something to prop yourself up onto, you can. We're gonna take those feet out into that squat. Squat down, plant those hands, step it back, lower your chest, not your tummy, your chest to the floor. Feet out wide, heels on the ground, and rise up tall. So you can step it out, or you can add your hop. Remember, it's your heart that's leading towards the floor, not your belly button. Keep that belly up the whole time. Heart just barely kisses the floor, then you rise it all the way up. Straight line all the way down, and lift it up. Belly button's the last thing to hit the ground. Belly button's the first thing to leave the floor. Find that squat every single time before you rise up. Remember, you could drop it to your knees. You can also pick that body up. Use whatever props you need. Good, straight lining that body all the way down, no snakies. Good, do 2 more burpees, then bring them up for jumping jacks. Your 2 burpees, stepping or hopping, big breath in at the top. And then jumping jacks, stepping it out or adding your hops. Shoulders down, arms reaching up. Nice big angel wings. Whether you're stepping, adding that little bounce, or hopping. Good, 3, 2, 1, into high knees, knees up. Good, stepping with speed. Hopping, switching those legs. Try to get those knees up above your hips. Little crunch to that belly. Relax those shoulders. Good, driving those knees up, chest up nice and tall. 3, 2, 1, into butt kickers. Kick those heels all the way up. Still standing up tall, looking forward. Good, stepping. Can you use those arms? Or jumping. Good, 3, 2, 1, and time. Are we warm? Yay. Okay, we're gonna start with like a little slight movement and hold. We'll get the abs out of the way and then we'll get into the fun party of stuff. Okay, so we're gonna do, call them bear squats. So you're gonna start in like a down dog and then shift it into a, it's probably better to start in your quad. So quadruped is your floating table. So your shoulders are still stacked over your wrists. Your knees are right underneath your hips. You're gonna lift your belly up into that down dog and back to that squat. Hips up and back down. Your knees don't touch the floor if you can, they hover. Head follows, looking between your feet, and then back down to the floor. Little baby bear squats. All right, find that floating table. You're gonna lift those hips up, back and forth, and go. Good, you don't have to worry about counting, just worry about your breath. Finding that control as those knees hover just an inch off the floor, then push those hips up. Just like in warm up, use that belly to lift those hips up. Find that hover, hold that hover for a minute, then shift it back into that down dog. Good, nice big breath out. Shift and hold that hover, then push it up. Good, if you'd like, you can add some speed. Hips up, then float. Good, pushing those hips up, floating those knees. Make sure you don't slam them into the floor. Control it down, lift it up. Shoulders drawing back away from those ears. Breath is strong, exhale up. Looking good, couple more seconds. Good, 3, 2, 1, and time. On our backs, we're doing knee knocker crunches. So knees can be bent, tapping those toes to the floor, elbows to your thighs, then lowering it back down, keeping that belly button pressed to the floor. Or you can extend those legs long, then crunch them in. Doing crunches, lifting those shoulder blades up, knocking those knees with those elbows. Good, getting those shoulder blades up, exhale up. Reach those feet towards the floor, whether they're long or staying bent. Every time you crunch up, you press that belly button closer to the floor. Use that breath, exhale, flatten that tummy all the way down. Good, lifting those feet up, bring those thighs to your elbows. Exhale, crunch it. You can keep those knees bent, you can hover those legs and reach them out long. Good, nice big exhale out every time. Good, every time you exhale, press that belly button all the way to the floor. Good, 3, 2, 1, and 10. We're gonna roll it over into plank rainbows. I want you to take it down to your forearms so that you're not sinking as much into your shoulders. push away from the floor. You're gonna lift your hips up a little bit, just like that down dog. You're lifting your hips with your belly, then you're gonna let them shift to the side without shifting into your shoulders. So lift up, make a rainbow with those hips. The only thing moving is your hips. Shoulders stay square to the floor. As we go side to side, we want to sink into that shoulder. Good, find those rainbows, go. Good, lift your hips, using your core to lift those hips and drop it to the side. Control through those obliques, all the way up and over. Good, as you go to the side, watch those shoulders. Push away from the floor the whole time, pushing into the ground. You can prop it up onto a box if it's too much on the floor. Same movement, lifting and dropping. Good, controlling it all the way up and around, not just lifting your butt up to the sky. Lift that belly to round it over, controlling side to side. Good, push those elbows all the way into the arms, push the floor away. Couple more, side to side. Good, 3, 2, 1, and time. All right, we're gonna do all of those, but the hold variation. So you're not gonna be moving. So you're gonna find your quadruped hold. So it's your hovering table, and we're just holding it here. Knees are hovering right underneath those hips, and hold it. See how close you can get those knees to the floor without them touching. Hips are stacked right over your knees, shoulders stacked over those hands. Push the floor away. Pull that tummy up, separate those shoulder blades. Looking a couple inches past those fingertips. Nice neutral neck. Good, looking good. Hover those knees. See if you can get just a couple millimeters off the floor. Hold it low. Good, just because you're holding doesn't mean you're holding your breath. Keep breathing. Good, make sure you're not shifting forward into those fingertips. Hips are stacked right over those knees. Even weight between your hands and your toes. Keep that nice flat table, like somebody's drinking coffee on your back this morning. Good, 3, 2, 1, and time. We're flipping it over. We're holding a boat. You can anchor your boat, pull your belly in, shoulders back, arms forward, or hands down for support, or you can lift that anchor. Boat hold, go. Good, it's your boat. You decide how supported it is. You can anchor 1 foot or both. Just make sure that you're not leaning your upper body back to lean back more. Pull your belly button in, lean back on that tailbone. Straight line, shoulders to hips. Good, release those shoulder blades. Shoulders away from your ears. Good, keeping that tummy in nice and tight, that breath big. Good, if you haven't already, see if you can lift one of those anchors up. Almost there, you got it. Maybe switch those feet or lift both your anchors up. Pull that belly button in towards your spine, flat tummy. For 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. Last one, plank holds. On your forearms or on your hands is your plank. I'll let you decide. Good, finding your plank hold. Good, press your hands into the floor. And whether you're on your forearms or on your hands, spread those fingertips, press them into the floor. Good, shoulders are stacked over your elbows or over your wrists. Pushing the floor away from you. That space right between your shoulder blades lifts up to the sky. Good, obliques are wrapped around your rib cage. Lacing up, nice beautiful ab corset. Hold it tight. If you need to drop your knees, you can, then pick them back up. Lower back's nice and long. Reach that tailbone towards your heels. Press back through your heels. Only 10 more seconds. You got it. Everybody on your toes if you can. Good, push into the floor. Hold it. 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. Whew, bring it up. Stretch out those tummies. All right. Abs feeling good? Let's move on to some mini AMRAPs. So you have 2 exercises in your AMRAPs. They're all going to be 5 reps of cardio and 10 reps of strength. Your strength, we're going like basic exercises. So I want you to challenge yourself those first couple reps as much as you can. Find what challenges you. Your 2 exercises are going to be push-ups. So like we did in warm-up. So if you want to prop it up on your knees, have these full push-ups. Find something that pushes you just a little extra. So you have 10 push-ups and 10 tuck jump or 5 tuck jumps. So either 10 high knees or a nice big tuck. I want to challenge you. It's only 5 to get your tuck jump in. Whether you're lifting your feet up just a little bit or lifting those feet up nice and high, it's your tuck jump. Make it big. Okay. So 10 push-ups, 5 tuck jumps. But before you start, you have to do 5 burpees as a buy-in. Yay. She says, 5 burpees starting now. You guys all knew burpees. We did them in warm-up. 5 burpees to buy it in. Then you got 10 perfect push-ups and 5 tuck jumps or 10 high knees. Good. As you add speed in those burpees, make sure that that belly doesn't sink to the floor. Belly buttons all the way up. Good. 10 push-ups and 5 tuck jumps. Nice. Way to add that challenge. Going into some decline push-ups, picking your feet up. Or you can do some incline push-ups, picking your hands up. Watch those elbows don't sneak out. 10 push-ups, 5 tuck jumps. Back and forth, those 2 exercises. 10 push-ups, 5 tuck jumps. Or 10 high knees. 10 of your best, hardest push-ups. Then 5 tuck jumps. Biggest tuck jumps. Getting those knees up. Exhale away from the floor in those push-ups. Then back to your push-ups. 5 tuck jumps. 10 push-ups. Good. Getting those knees up nice and high. Get that air. Knees up. Good. Landing nice and soft. You should barely even hear it. Good. Nice big tucks. 10 push-ups. Back to those 10 push-ups. Burpees are only once. Good. Then back to those 10 push-ups. Exhale away from the floor. Keep that chin up off your chest. Looking a couple inches past those fingertips the whole time. 10 of those push-ups. Then your biggest 5 tuck jumps. Good. Challenge yourself in those push-ups. Maybe you lower down on your toes and you push up on your knees, getting that half the in. Good. Watch that chin doesn't do the push-up for you. No peckers. Keep that head up. You're not taking your neck. Good. Get those tuck jumps up as high as you can. Get them up high. You can add that little pause or you can go right through them. 5 tucks, 10 push-ups. Couple more seconds. Finishing those last couple reps. You got it. Good. Shoulder blades apart. 3, 2, 1, and time. All right, burpees remain. You still got your 5 burpee buy-in. This time you're gonna do sit-ups. So you're gonna do your 10 sit-ups. You're doing crunches or you're doing full sit-ups. You can use those arms. This is where you can add that weight. If you have that handbag or kettlebell, you can use that weight. You can hold it to your chest. The closer your hands are to your chest, the harder it's gonna be. And then 5 star or power jack. So squatting, jacking out, squat, jack out, or it's only 5, make them big, nice big stars. So you got 10 sit-ups, 5 power jacks after your 5 burpees. Set and burpee. They're perfect burpees. Lowering down in one straight line. Pushing up, find that squat. 5 burpees as your buy-in. Then 10 sit-ups and 5 power jacks. Nice and neat. Nice burpees. Good. Nice big reach up, Jen. You got it. Way to add that weight. Nice there. Getting that weight nice and close to your chest. There you go, Christine. Good. Remember, you got options with those weights and those sit-ups. You can use those arms for momentum to help you up. The closer those weights and hands are to your chest, hugging yourself nice and tight, the harder it's going to be. You got 10 sit-ups, 5 power jacks. Your power jack. Get that big star. Make that star with those arms, with those legs. Only 5 of them, then back to your sit-up. Good, you got about 1 more minute going back and forth. Good. Good, use that breath. Exhale all the way up in those sit-ups. 10 sit-ups, 5 power jacks. Good, nice big exhale all the way up. You got it. Only 5 of those power jacks, make them big. Nice there, Maggie. Good, getting up nice and high. Exhale all the way up into that sit-up. Press those heels into the floor. Shoulders down, bring that weight nice and close to your chest. You got it, Mia, keep it up. Good, make those power jacks nice and big. Yes, Ariel. Couple more seconds, finish up this last few reps. Good, 3, 2, 1, and time. Same burpees, different exercises. So your 10 is gonna be squats. Back to basics, right? Squats. You can either add speed, 10 of them, or you can add weight, holding that weight at your chest. Don't let that weight pull you down, keeping your chest and your weight up nice and tall. Weights back in your heels, spreading the floor. And then you're gonna do partial squat thrust. So your hands stay on the floor or on the box, stepping or hopping back to that plank, then back to the squat. Hands never leave the floor. You're staying in that plank the whole time. Squatting so your heels hit the ground. So you got 10 squats, 10 of those partial squat thrusts, finding your plank back to your squat. Starting with those burpees, hit it. Only 5 of them. You gotta hit that squat every time. Power squat to power up through your legs so you're not landing on your toes and lifting up. Weights back. Rise up tall. Good. 5 burpees, and you got your 10 squats. Finding your challenge, whatever that may be, whether it's speed or weight. Good. Getting that weight up nice and tall. Chest up. Weights all the way back in your heels. Protect those knees. Spread the floor. Dropping that booty down nice and low. Squeezing it up tall. 10 squats. Then 5 of those partial squat thrusts. Hands stay on the floor or on the box or on your chair. Finding that perfect plank. Back to squat. Good. Drop that squat down nice and low. Get that booty, drop it to the floor. Woo. Should feel like you're gonna fall backwards. You weights all the way back. Good, nice low squats. Way to add that weight, hey. Good. Toes are generally pointed forward for squats. Make sure they're not turned out too far. Feet are about under your shoulders. Good, press those feet into the floor, all the way down, press them down, all the way up, press them down. Good, tucking those cheeks at the top, like you're holding a pencil underneath your butt. and pulling that belly in. So you're lifting up nice and tall. 10 of those squats, then 5 of those partial squat thrusts. Hands stay on the ground. Don't lift those hands up. Stay on the floor the whole time. Perfect plank. Butt down. Shoot those legs straight back into that plank. Good. If your hips are tight and you can't land those feet on the floor, just take your upper body up a little bit. Find that pop up. Give those hips a little more space for that squat. Couple more seconds. Getting all those final reps in. Get 3, 2, 1, and 10. All right. Same burpees. 2 new exercises. We're gonna do rows. So you're gonna bend over into that hinge, belly up. You don't have to be over too far, but make sure you're not standing up because we want to use our back muscles for rows. Palms are facing in, elbows shoot up, hands come to your chest. Squeezing the bottom of those shoulder blades without your tummy sinking to the floor. So pulling that belly up, elbows draw up to the sky, shoulders down so you're not lifting up into your shoulders. And then you got broad jump. So 10 rows, 5 broad jumps. Finding your squat, stepping it out, nice big step. Or landing nice and soft, no matter how far you go. Getting that distance, weight is back in your heels as you land in that squat. So don't let those knees dive forward. 5 burpees. Ready? And go. Good, getting those perfect burpees. Every single burpee should be just as perfect as the last one. Good, if we're not doing burpees and we're modifying, you can take it into those reverse lunges, into that rise up. Good, stretch your own burpee modifications. Then it's 10 rows. Elbows up, squeeze the bottom of those shoulder blades. Watch that rib cage doesn't splay open. Keep it nice and tight. Wrap it around. Draw those elbows up with a nice big breath out. Going for those slightly heavier weights for those rows, or if you don't have heavier weights, you can slow it down, slowly lower. Exhale to lift up, slow to lower. 10 rows, 5 broad jumps. I want you to try and get that jump, no matter how far it may be. Your goal is to get a jump. If you're 0 impact, you can step it out really big. If you're baby impact, little jump. If you're going full impact, jump as far as you can. Try to get to the other side of your mat. Nice, you choose your level. 10 of those rows, 5 of those broad jumps, then back to the top. Good. Make sure as you're hinging over, your chin isn't on your chest. You shouldn't be looking at your toes, but make sure you're not watching me. You should be looking about a foot past your toes. Good, nice, slowing it down if you have those lighter weights or grabbing those heavier weights. 5 broad jumps and 10 rows. Nice big exhale, arms up. Good, looking good. Chin just barely off that chest. Like you're holding that arm still between your chin and your chest. Nice up landing every time you hit that broad jump. Good, chin down just a little bit, Jen. Perfect, Dorothy. Nice big exhale, those weights up. Good, nice slow row, Megan. Good, big broad jump, nice, Mia. Soft landing every single time, going as far as you can. It's your broad jump, nobody else's. Don't worry about how far anybody else is jumping, your distance. Yes, Maggie. Finishing up those last couple reps. We got 10 seconds. 2, 3, 2, and time. Guess what? Same burpees. Yeah, 5 burpees. Your 2 exercises are bridges. So just like in warm up, you can choose to lift your toes or lift your heels if you like. I prefer lifting toes rather than heels. Takes that movement a little more into your hamstrings. You can also add a weight. Just make sure that you're not leading with your butt down to the floor. Keep that tailbone tucked. Lift that weight up to the sky, supported by your tummy. 10 bridges. Then you're gonna do 5 butt kicks, double butt kicks. So both feet come off the ground if you can. So both feet come up, double butt kicks, 5 of them, or 10 butt kickers, 1 foot. Okay? 5 burpees. Just 5 of them. Good, nice straight line all the way down. Beautiful squat. Nice, Christine. Rise up all the way at the top. You want to rise up at the top so the lungs expand. Getting that big breath in before you repeat it. 5 of them. And then you got 10 bridges, taking it down to the floor. And 5 of those double butt kicks. Good, remember, if you're having a hard time getting those feet on the floor and finding that squat and you're having to walk it forward, your hips are probably just a little tight. It's okay to prop your hands up. Good, 10 bridges. Keep that tailbone reaching up towards the sky the whole time. Keep that belly pulled in. So you're rounding towards the floor. Your butt should not be the first thing that touches the floor. 10 bridges, then 5 of those double butt kicks. 2 feet, 1 jump. Getting both those feet up, nice big air. Up nice and tall every single time. Kicking those booties. 5 of those double butt kicks after your 10 bridges, or 2 equals 1 of those butt kickers. Nice. You look like little bunnies. Good, finding that speed. 2 equals 1 butt kickers or big butt kicks, both feet together, feet coming all the way off the floor. Good, nice bridges. See if you can get that booty to barely hover off the floor. Rounding down to the ground, keep that butt squeezing tight, then lift those hips up. Adding that weight to those hips. Good, nice speed, nice, just cut. Good, see if you can bring those feet together for those bridges, adding that little extra. Feet together, knees squeezing together. Woo. Good, chest stays up nice and tall, get those feet up, nice big jumps. Music. Looking good, you got about 20 more seconds, back and forth. Get those bridges, keep those booties squeezing tight. Feet or heels press into the floor, good. Nice big jumps, kick those butts. Kicking your own butts. Nice, Haley, adding that speed. Get those feet up. Good, 3, 2, 1, and time. Let's finish off with 5 burpees as a buyout. Your back 5 burpees. Ready, set, and go. Good, straight line, lower it down. Bring that body up, nice and tall. Your 5, then jogging in place. Looking good. Finishing strong, every single one. Once you finish your 5, jogging in place, standing up tall, getting those feet right underneath you, pumping those arms. Looking good. Finish those 5 burpees, then jogging in place. Guys, we're gonna go into some timed cardio, so you don't have to count it all. We're gonna do Heisman. Right hand goes forward, left knee comes up, then switch. It's a little bend through your standing leg, pushing through that hand, pushing all the way forward. You're stepping, you're adding your hops. Back and forth, go. Good, shoulders are down, push those hands forward, pull that knee up, stepping, adding that little baby hop, or adding that full jump. It's a little morning brain work too. Good, keep that chest up nice and tall, make sure you're not leaning backwards, push those hands forward. Pull that foot up to your knee if you can, up, back and forth. Good, push. Exhale through those hands. Looking good, keep it going. Push, get that knee up. Almost there, 10 more seconds, little faster. Knee. 3, 2, 1, and time. We're doing an in and out jab. I'll get my voice back to you. In and out jab. So you're squatting low, up high. Squat low, up high. So it's like a reverse jab. Squatting down low, your feet are out wide. Bringing it up high in between. Good, finding that in and out jab. Ready, set, and go. Squat and up. Give it up, looking good. Good squat, up. So 3, 2, 1, and 10. Let's slow it down just a little bit. Find your plank into plank jabs. So that on your hands or on your forearms, stepping those feet out or adding your hop. Good, try not to bounce those booties. If you want that extra, kick those legs up. Feet go out and in. Find that perfect plank. Feet go out and in, out and in. Good, you can step it out or you can add that hop. Keep those tummies in, nice and tight. Booty squeezing, keep it up. Jack those feet out and in. Nice, way to keep it up, Sam, looking good. You got it, guys. Keep that plank strong. Move those feet. Good, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. Bring it up. Going to skaters. Big step. Reach it down. Or big jump. Reaching towards that foot. Nice flat back. Big step. Big hop. Back and forth. Watch those weights around your feet. Make sure there's no weights around your feet. Big jump. Big step. Reaching towards the floor. Take that foot back behind you. Good. Don't let that heart melt forward. Don't let that shoulders collapse in on your heart. Shoulders down and back, even though you're reaching down. You got it, guys. Keep it up. Don't lose that push. Back and forth, skating. We're at the Kaya Olympics. You gotta skate all the way to the finish line. Never giving up. Find that little extra bit. Push through. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and time. Into running man. Finding that plank again. Drawing those knees into your chest. Good, finding that running man. Find that perfect plank. Punch those knees in. Or standing mountain climbers. Good, shoulders stacked over your wrists. Find that perfect plank. Good, if you're off of your hands, you're doing standing mountain climbers. Run it out, you got it. Keep those shoulders over your wrists. Hold time, booty down. Use those abs to crunch those knees in. Good, keep that breath big. Nice speed, looking good. There you go, Mia, keep it up. Nice big reach up. Get it up. 3, 2, 1, and time. We got one more. We're gonna split it up. You're going into a flamingo or a warrior 3, into a flamingo hop. If you can, if you want to touch that foot down and hinge it, then drive that knee up. About that power of that knee up, whether your foot's leaving the floor or not. So reach that foot back, drive that knee up, half and half. Right foot back, ready, set, and go. Balance, knee comes up. Keep that core in, it'll help you with your balance. Pull that belly in, especially as you shoot that leg back. Reach your back, drive that knee up. Trying to find that hop or powering that knee up to your chest. Yes, there you go, nice chest cut. Way to find that speed, looking good. Good, you gotta just stay a little bit faster, you keep going. Almost there, Maggie. 3, 2, 1, switch those legs. Yeah. One side's always harder than the other. Good, you got it, Cindy. Knee up. Try to get that hop or maybe a calf raise. Good, 3, 2, 1, and time. Whew. Okay, ready? One final buyout, just one, 5 burpees. Let's finish it with 5 burpees and then we'll all take a little break. 5 burpees, go. Perfect burpees, every single one. Good, I know you're tired, but don't lose that form. Keep that tummy in nice and tight. Perfect push up. Perfect squat. Rise up tall. Good, once you're done with your 5th burpee, you can find child's pose. That doesn't mean you get to do 4, you still do 5. Then child's pose. You got it, get all 5 of them in. 5 perfect burpees, then sink it back, child's pose. Almost there. And once you've done your 5 burpees, find your child's pose. Good, slow your breath. Ah. Walk those hands to the right, reach your hips to the left. And walk your hands to the left. Stretching through the right. Bringing it back to center. Let's come into table, do a couple cat cows. Let that belly sink to the floor. And belly rises. Big breath out. Squeeze that air out. Belly drop. Stretching through your tummy, soaking up that breath. as those lungs expand. Exhale, squeezing it out, stretching up through your spine. Couple more, those cat-cows. Letting your breath slow, filling up those lungs and refreshing them. After you do your next exhale, finding a nice flat table to stretch out those arms. Big breath in, reach that arm up. And exhale, thread it through. Shoulder melts onto the floor. Let your head rest. Let your fingertips soften. Beautiful work as always today, guys. I hope you feel a little stronger and super proud of yourself. Always proud of yourself for showing up. Even more proud of yourself for staying, giving it your all, pushing through. Every day your all will look a little bit different, and that's okay. You gave it what you had today in this moment. You left it all on the floor. So pushing yourself back up into that table and switching sides. Nice big stretch up. Then thread that other arm underneath. Let that shoulder melt onto the floor. It's supposed to be a beautiful weekend. I hope you enjoy the weekend, getting out into the sunshine, soak up those vitamins, soak up that beautiful sunshine and that fresh energy that it gives. Releasing back into that table. Let's walk it all the way onto our tummies. Good, tee out those arms, stretching across your chest. Right hand presses into the floor. Lift those left toes up and let them roll across your body. Coming into that scorpion, so hands should stay pressed onto the floor. Right shoulder stays pressed into the floor. As you roll onto that side, you should feel that stretch across the front side of that right chest. Make your goal this weekend, even through relaxing, to do some sort of fun activity outside. So you can enjoy the sun. It'll lift your heart, lift your spirits. Maybe you go to the water, maybe you go to the mountains. Maybe just sit on your porch. And slowly roll back onto your tummy, switching sides, left shoulder press into the floor, right toes lift and roll over. Good, keep that right hand, right arm pressed through the earth to get that full stretch through your chest. Good, taking one more big, beautiful breath here before you roll back onto your tummy. Bring those hands underneath your chest, tuck those toes and push your hips up into down dog. Stretching the back of those legs, let's pedal it out. As your right knee softens, your left leg lengthens, stretching to the back of that leg, then you slowly switch, holding it for a moment before you switch again. Lifting that hip up to the sky, pressing that heel through the floor so you can stretch from your hip down your hamstring, through your calf, all the way through that Achilles. Press both those heels down to the floor once you've evened out those feet. Take a big breath in, bend those knees, look between your hands, and exhale, step forward into a forward fold. Feet together, knees soft, body hangs. And slow, one vertebrae at a time, stacking on top of the last. Growing taller and taller, nice and slow, no rush in growth. Once you've stood all the way up, reach those arms up, take a big breath in. Take a big breath out. Soak up that strength, feel those muscles, rise up. So feel that release of tension rolling down those arms. One more big breath in, filled with confidence.
Exhale, release that doubt.
Letting go. Beautiful work today, guys. Happy Friday. Hope you enjoy your weekend.